is something about being a long snapper. Do you have to have that bond with the punter so that you know how the punter likes his ball snap per se? I don't know if that's a thing. It's just one of the
Yeah, for sure.
like I
I definitely in high school, my punter, my junior year punter is one of my best friends.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So I mean, we had that thing.
Yeah.
And then senior year, it was a new punter, but I mean, I knew I had to do my job and I had to bring him close to me and see what he likes and what I like.
Mm.
So yeah, there's definitely a bond between punter and snapper. It's definitely useful to have one.
How long
So
have you been playing football? Oh, go ahead, Alex.
I was just gonna say there's kind of like this age-old debate between, you know how sometimes on a botched field goal snap, they say if the laces are facing the kicker, people debate on whether it's the snapper's fault or it's the holder's fault. Are you able to control like when you snap the ball, how it ends up in the hands? Because I always felt like it's kind of unfair to judge the snapper based on how the snap is received.
Yeah, for sure. I do know how to. I can vary where my laces go.
Wow.
I mean, this is like how I do it. For regular punts, I hold the ball like I'm throwing it. Like I put my hands on the laces. For field goals, I don't. I rotate it 180 degrees. So my top hand is on the laces. So I'm not grabbing the laces like I'm throwing them. That the laces will end up facing.
Yeah. Wow. Holy cow. Dang.
Yeah.
You really
So
must have been practicing that a lot, huh?
yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, you want to get used to it. You wanna see where you can snap it, how you can snap it, how fast you can snap it. There's a lot of variations.
It's down to an exact science. You have it down to an exact science. You hear a lot of specialists and like field goal specialists say everything has to be like precise. Um, do you have like aspirations to play in the NFL one day and maybe make it as a long snapper there?
That would be amazing. I mean, whose dream isn't to go play in the NFL as a little kid? Just growing up playing football. I mean, that would be amazing. I never thought I would be a long snapper, but it's an amazing job. That would be amazing.
That's dope. Who's a football athlete that you try to embody your game in, like after? Like who's someone that you look up to and saying, "Oh, I like how this guy works. I want to do some of the similar stuff that he does."
There's this long snapper who he snaps for the Colts. His name's Rhodes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a very, very talented snapper, and his work ethic is outstanding. There's also another guy. His name is Matt Dooley. He snapped for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was at one of the Brandon Cornblue camps that I attended, and he really, really helped me there.
Wow,
And
that's cool.
so I got to know him a lot, and he lives in Indiana. So he told me whenever you want to do virtual lessons, I would be more than happy to. So I mean,
look at you.
Him and Lucas Rhodes for sure. Those are the two guys who I look up to.
Look at you with the Steeler in your corner ready to help you out.
Steeler, go Steelers.
Black and gold, baby.
Jordan's always got to bring up the Steelers.
Hey, I got a little hype. Well, I got a little hype. Can't help it. Steel Nation, man. Steel Nation. But I know you're a Steelers fan, huh?
I'm an Eagles fan.
Ooh.
Oh, that's really.
My dad's
so I'm
from
guessing.
Philly. My mom, Pittsburgh.
Okay, I can see that.
So I'm guessing you're gonna try to catch the Eagles Steelers game when it happens in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. Wait. So since you're an Eagle fan, you ever think Jalen Hurd is ever gonna get that starting position?
I mean, you never know. Like I
Hey, you
said, I
never.
mean, work ethic. He has that dog mentality. I mean, he's a great kid, and if they can't put him at QB, they'll find some way to get him on the field.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, literally, that's pretty much it's literally what he is. So how long have you been playing football still, Joe? Like, when did you start?
Uh, I started playing tackle football in ninth grade, but I mean, I've been playing flag football my whole life. It's just me having my parents. They were always scared of me playing tackle football because they didn't want me to get hurt. And two of my coaches my basketball coaches who coach football for the high school freshmen, they convinced my parents to let me play.
Wow, that's nice. Is I was about to ask, because I know over here in Cali, like the weather, it's so calm. Like even as a snapper, like you can't really lose grip of the ball. I'm pretty sure the weather in Michigan is below freezing sometimes, and like you tend to like lose grip of the ball. Have you ever experienced like I'm trying to figure out like what's a perfect question to like lay this out. Have you ever played in the West Coast at all, like during like training or anything? Like experienced the different weather conditions?
I've not played in the West Coast, but Michigan weather is tough. One day it can be 70 and sunny, the next day it'll be 34 and freezing. So the beginning of our seasons, we were playing in 80 degrees, like super hot weather for us. So I've snapped in games where it's just the sun's just beating on us and my hands are sweating. And I've also played games in the snow, literally.
You
So
said
I mean,
So for
and
those
the rain,
games,
it's crazy.
so for those games where it's bad weather, do you wear gloves, or are you someone who's strictly no anything on the hands when you snap?
Yeah, I don't wear gloves. I like to feel out the ball, like I like know once you rip the ball, you can snap.
straight,
I just like feeling leather.